Hi, welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So I'm going to start off where I left off yesterday, um, about my package, not being delivered. The delivery person for the post office refusal to ring the doorbell, and they have access to the building. Okay, but they claim that they don't have access to the building. Now, the same delivery driver, which is a woman, young lady. Now, she's always delivered the package. All of a sudden, okay, she stopped delivering my packages. Okay, and they'll ring the bell. They'll ring the super bell. If the super's not there, they'll ring other people's bell to get in the building, and they'll leave the packages, by the mailbox if the super is not there. But in these instances, when I say these instances, there's more, because yesterday I only talked about one package that they didn't deliver, and I was supposed to receive two packages yesterday from the post office that they didn't deliver it. So it wasn't until I got back from getting the first package that they were supposed to be delivered from since Wednesday, okay, that they didn't deliver, that I had to go to the post office and retrieve. So again, after I retrieved that package, went back to the apartment, and I was spoken to the super outside the building, and again he was telling me that he saw the delivery lady for the post office. She delivered a package across the street, and she didn't attempt at all to deliver any packages to the building. So I went to speak to the manager, because I realized that I had another package that was supposed to be delivered yesterday, which is Thursday. Actually, two packages that they didn't deliver it. And the reason, again, is because they said that they couldn't gain access to the building. Now, at the time that they send the text or the update of the delivery process, the super and myself was outside speaking about the whole incident, with the other package that they were supposed to deliver from Wednesday. So I was shocked when I saw the update on the other package that they couldn't deliver because they couldn't gain access to the building, when me, the super, and myself was outside at that time. Okay, and so I was like, wow. So I went back to the post office to speak to the manager, and this is around minutes to 5, because it was about the post office closed at 5, right? So it was about minutes to 5. I went back to the post office to speak to the manager. I had to ask for the manager a few times before he actually came, right? So the manager finally shows up, and this is a video that I did, because usually when I go to speak to the supervisor, they always send, the manager, they always send the supervisors, right? But they never. This is the first time that they actually send me to she said, the last window in the back, right? So again, they like to play this game where, again, they try to one up you, or there's some type of race, and who's first, second, or last, that sort of thing. This is the type of game that they like to play, right?
Now they got the perps walking around here coughing.
Okay, this is the second video. This is not that one. Let me hold up here. Okay. All right.
So I asked to speak to a supervisor. They tell me to come to the last window in the back. See the type of subliminal message that they're trying to send?
Yeah, because you know why? Of all the times I've been in there to complain about my packages not being delivered, I've always spoke to a supervisor either by the window or there's a door that's further up that they will come out and they will talk to me. So all of a sudden now, they sent me to the last window in the back, right? Okay. So all of a sudden, they send me to the last window in the back, right? So I'm like, okay, so I get there, and
Right? So they keep messing with my packages. Because of this shit.
I start recording because usually they're trying to send me some subliminal message, okay? And so that's why I'm recording, because again, this is, every time I ask for a supervisor or a manager, they never send me here, but for some reason today, all of a sudden, they're sending me to the last window in the back. So I'm like, okay. All right? So I have to go back and ask them again if I can speak to a manager. I had to ask them a couple of times before the manager actually showed up.
So I'm still waiting.
Okay, so now the post office is closed, right? And so now the rest of the people in the post office, right? They're filling out information to put on their package to ship it. They started coughing. They all started coughing, right? And then the one of the people that works in the post office, she comes out and she's like, "Does anybody need service at the window? Anybody need service at the window?" Duh. I mean, how obvious is that? You lock the door. There are people filling out information, right? Obviously, they're going to have to go to the window, right? Where else are they going to go? So for her to be shouting out that, again, subliminal message, because I'm there, and then they all started coughing, and then she's like calling out people's name. She's like, Jen, do you need this? Or do you need that? Jen, do you need... I'm like, you can just go to the window and speak to Jen. Why are you yelling Jen names out, right? So I was like, okay, again, these are the type of shit that they do, okay? And, so I was able to, I didn't record that part, and I wish I did. I wish I had kept the phone recorded. But after I recorded this,
okay,
when I went to record my interaction with the manager, my phone wouldn't work.
So usually when they send you over here, especially to me over here, because I've spoken to supervisor before, and they've never sent me all the way back over here. So there's a reason for doing it. Usually, like I said, they try to send subliminal messages and stuff like that. So
right. This is why I'm recording this stuff, because they like to send you subliminal messages, visual. So either through it's visualization, so it's through words on things like license plates, people's shirt, it'd be numbers, what have you. And, usually when they do this, they put me through a fixation drill. So normally I'll stare at one particular thing, right? And in this case, it was the alarm, serious alarm here. And this is something about federal crimes. Again, this is the type of shit that they like to do. No, I haven't committed any type of crime or any type of federal crime that they want to claim. Because if that's the case, why not come? You know where I live. You guys have all my information. Okay? But y'all don't show up at my door with a warrant saying, hey, you committed this crime or what have you and such. They haven't done that. Okay? This is not about that. This is people within the security agencies who are conducting illegal experimentation, who are villainizing, who are manipulating, who are setting up individuals so they can microchip them and they can get away with it by trying to blackmail these individuals, these targeted individuals, right? It's with some make-up crime that they want to create, but they never show up at the target individual door, and they put them through a lot of psychological trauma and torture. Okay, and then they can say, this person left, he ran away, or she ran away, then they must be guilty. right? Or look, they're responding to the stimuli that we've created in their subconscious, so they must be guilty. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? When you mind control, you brainwash somebody to react to stimuli or to triggers because you've created an anchor within that person's psyche, a negative one as of that, and then you want to turn around and say, well, because if they react to it, they're guilty of whatever it is that we say that they did. I mean, think about that. Seriously. And the fact that these idiots, and I say idiots because I won't call them idiots because that's what they are, these idiots, civilians who participate in this, okay, these idiot perpetrators who can't fucking think to save their life, going around, poisoning your food. That's what I don't eat at the restaurants anymore, particularly IHOP, and I take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese. Haven't taken them back since I got poisoned. So once I stopped going to Chuck E. Cheese, they stopped poisoning me. I mean, once I stopped going to IHOP, they stopped poisoning me in Chuck E. Cheese. Because the last time I ate food at Chuck E. Cheese, I threw up. And I was the only one that had food poisoning. Okay? So that's why I don't do that anymore. But anyway, back to the idiots. Okay? So they run around thinking that they're so righteous, right? And if you watch Leah Remedy series on Scientology, you guys will get a good example of what these people do, what these cults do, who are operated and controlled by the government, the police force, or members within the police force who are part of this cult. Okay? That's why I get targeted a lot by police officers and police vehicles. Okay? So this is what they're doing. So anyway, so back to the post office. So the manager finally came, right? And he goes, so I said to him, "Oh, you're the manager?" Because I want to make sure, right? So he's like, "Yes, I am." And he started showing me his ID and all this stuff. And you asked for a manager, so I'm the manager. Very condescending, right? Instead of him saying, "Yes, I am the manager. How can I help you?" I'm like, "Do your job. This is what you're supposed to do. You are the manager. This is not how you interact with a customer." But again, when you have these perpetrators who have infiltrated a lot of these businesses and organization, especially if you're a TI, they're going to give you attitude and they're going to not try to help you, right? But in this case, he did try to help me, but he had to do it with some attitude, right? So I explained to him what happened, and he says, "Yeah, Martinez, it's right across the street from this, not right across the street, but on the other side of this side, right?" I said, "Yeah, it is." I said, "And they have, usually when they deliver packages, sometimes they won't deliver them. Even though I'm in the apartment, even though they have access to the building, they will not deliver the package. They will deliver other people's packages, and sometimes they will deliver mine. I'm not saying it happens every time. But I said, if it happens 10 times throughout the year, that's too much for me. And that's how much it happened. And probably even more than that. Okay? So I gave him the tracking number. He looked it up. And he says, "Well, it's here." Okay? So I'm like, "Well, okay, if it's here, let me have it." All right? So he says, so I told him, I said, the package is not in my name because I put it in, my children's mother's name, because if I put the package in my name, when I put the packages to deliver it in my name, they didn't deliver it. So I started putting it in her name. And they still do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But I kept putting it in her name because my address on my ID is different. So I don't want to have any problems that if I put the package in my name and I go to retrieve it, they're going to be like, "Okay, it's your name, but your address is different, so we can't give it to you." So that's the reason why I put it in her name. But they know it's my package because they monitor my online activity, so they know what I ordered. So they'll do shit like this. And this is the beginning of the year, and there's 3 packages back to back that was supposed to be delivered that they didn't deliver it. That they gave the same bullshit excuse of not having access to the building, right? Which is all bullshit because I was home those times, and they could have. I was in the house in the apartment at that time, and they could have rang the bell. They didn't ring the bell. The delivery driver for the post office, that individual did not ring the bell. Okay? Because earlier, the UPS guy delivered a package. He rang the doorbell. The FedEx guy delivered a package. He rang the doorbell. But the post office delivery driver didn't ring the doorbell. So, anyway, I'm speaking to the manager, and I'm telling him, I said, listen, you're the manager. You have to talk to the people who work under you to make sure that they do their job properly. And then he starts yelling, I am doing my job. He's like yelling at me now. I am doing my job in this. I said, well, obviously you're not doing your job. Because if you do your job, there wouldn't be so many people coming in here complaining about their packages. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And the dude starts like acting and yelling at me like, I'm like, dude, I was like, listen, I want to file a complaint against your ass and this branch again. Okay? Because that's what exactly I'm going to do. Keep filing complaints against that post office because this is what they're doing, and what they're doing is criminal. Okay? And they think that they can get away with it because no matter how they're doing it. Not delivering my packages. Okay? Sometimes my package would completely go missing. It happened twice last year that they claimed that it was delivered and it wasn't delivered. Okay? So this is the shit that they do. Alright? So then I was after I left there, I was on the phone speaking to another TI, and I was talking about the same situation. And this TI also has problems with the post office delivering his package. Okay? Now the funny thing is what they start doing, because on my phone I have a software that records all my call. And the reason why I do this is because they will hijack the minds of the people who call me, and they will say certain things, throwing out, subliminal message, stuff like that. So, I went to play back the message that, the conversation that we had, because I asked him, I said, do I have your permission to put this on YouTube? Because I wanted to let people know what happened. So, again, after I left the post office, he had called me while I was in the post office, and after I left the post office, I called him back. And we were talking, we were outside talking, right? And about 6 minutes, 7 minutes, during our conversation, the fire truck shows up. Okay? So the audio I'm going to play, you're not going to hear his voice, which is really odd because, normally when I, when the conversation is my phone calls are being recorded, you hear my voice and the person on the other end of the call. But what they've done is because they know that they've been, hijacking people's mind to call me and, putting stuff in their mind to say to me or to ask me about, they don't want you guys to hear that. Right? So you only hear my voice. You won't hear his voice, but you're only going to hear my voice. So again, this is the type of things that they do. Okay? This is how they try to hide and get away with the shit that they do. And like I said, if you guys, the architecture of this program within the government, if you guys are so righteous in doing this stuff, why go through all this means to conceal it? Right? Certain things, I should say, to conceal certain things, because the other things, they recruit individuals within the churches, they recruit, churchgoers, okay, because they tell them this is what they call cause stalking, okay, that they're some children of God, an army of God, and they're doing God's work, and they're whatever, like safety and security, which is bullshit. These motherfuckers they talk about safety. They're a danger to society. Okay, when you poisoning people food, when you setting people up, when you putting people in, setting them up with honey traps and all this stuff, who is the security risk? Not me. I'm one individual. I'm trying to raise my kids, trying to live a somewhat decent life, and these motherfuckers are constantly undermining me, and as well as other TIs, as well as other people who don't even have a clue what's happening to them. They're constantly undermining people. But I'm supposed to be a security risk? Like, motherfuckers, please. Seriously? You see, that's what happened when you have unintelligent people who they've recruited to participate in this stuff. They don't think. Okay? They don't think. Okay? They're so high on God and Jesus, or whatever religious belief or Allah, that they can't see the shit that's going on around them. They can't see that they're being used. They can't see that they're being manipulated. They just follow, because you know why? They've created a society that wants to be led. No one wants to be leaders. Okay, because they use fear-based conditioning to scare the shit out of people in society. No one wants to be leaders. They all want to be followers, and that's what we have here. These perpetrators, they're followers. They need to be led. They need to be told what to do. Okay? So, so anyway, back to the manager. So he was like, it's here, and he was like, well, when you come back, bring her original ID. I said, what? I said, I wasn't here earlier. I've always either bring a copy of her ID with a bill, right? And I also bring another letter or something that has my name on it as well as her name on it, just to show that, yeah, even though my ID has a different address, that this letter here, you can see, right, my name and her name on with the same address, right? So all of a sudden now, I got to bring her original form of ID. So you see how vindictive they are. You see how retaliatory these people are. And we know as TIs, whenever we try to expose, or whenever we expose what they're doing, they retaliate against us. Okay? And what he did there was retaliation. Because he could have given me the package. I told him, I said, listen, I have a bill and I have another form that has my address and that has her address with my name on it. Mine and her name on it. Okay? So this is what they decided to do. He was like, well, you got to bring, your original form of ID. Okay? So, again, so this is 3 packages now. 3 packages that they refused to deliver, that they claimed that didn't have access to the building. They didn't ring the doorbell because I was upstairs in the apartment. Okay? They never rang the bell. They never attempted to deliver my packages. Okay? This is what these people are doing. You hear the noise campaign? The car honking? This is what they do. So let me yeah, there you go again.
Apartment, during the weekend, then I send it, then I put it on the money, right? But over here, okay, because let's say when they don't deliver my package, my ID, get a $5. Get a $5. You know what I'm saying?
So you notice how you only hear my voice, right? Because we were both laughing at the situation, but you didn't hear his voice. But this is what they do. So let me see if there's another conversation that I've had in which okay.
You sure?
Okay, let me go back then.
On the table. had it on the table.
Okay.
So then, I remember that my boss gave me the rental. My boss had it.
All right. You hear how you can hear her voice, right? While we were talking. So why is it that yesterday, all of a sudden, right? At least the past couple of days, because my brother had called me, right? All of a sudden, he starts bringing up an old girlfriend that I used to date, right? So, and I was like, why are you, I didn't tell him that, but I know, excuse me, but I know it was them that had placed the thought in his mind, and how they did it is that he called me and he was like, hey, when was the last time you spoke to such and such? And I was like, well, I haven't spoken to the individual in like going on over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, the reason why I asked you because, this girl she was walking past me, and then all of a sudden she turns around. And he was like, she looked just like, what's her name? So, of course, he had to call me because, but this is how they, again, use people to try to find out information that, I guess they, or maybe trying to see which one of us dated that individual. Because, again, we're twins, right? So, this is the type of shit that they do. And I was going to stop them and say, listen, this is them trying to find out information, but I let it play out because I want to see what they were going to do. So I let it play out. So we ended up having a conversation, and so, again, this was all leading up to them trying to get me into the post office, right? So this is, like I explained yesterday, this is what they do. Because of the microchip, my brother's microchip and our microchip. Hear the call honking again. So the minute I said microchip, they start honking. But anyway, yeah. So what it is that they need to, because again, me and my brother are twins, our DNA is the same. You know what I'm saying? We may have different fingerprints. We probably have the same in terms of brainwave signal. Maybe it's the same. Maybe that's the reason why sometimes they get the signal mixed up, or they get confused by the signals who's who and who's who. So they will do stuff like that, not deliver my mail to put me in the post office so that I can go there so that they can match up the signal through facial recognition. Okay? This is what they do, and this is what they're doing. Because from time to time, they will do this. Okay? So, anyway, so let's go to, all right, so here's a package, right, that I just checked on today. This is a package that was supposed to be delivered yesterday. It says attempted delivery, no access to delivery location. Okay? Now, all of a sudden, now they start using military time, right? So you see from here, 9:23 a.m., 9:13 a.m., they use the standard 12-hour time, right? Then they start using military time. Why are they using military time? I can pull up all my tracking for a lot of my packages, and they've never used military time. But again, this is how they send you subliminal messages, right? So this is a package that they failed to deliver. Let's go. Another package again, right? Again here, carrier was unable to gain access to front door to deliver a package. Please contact the carrier to resolve. Okay? All right. This is what they're doing. Like I said, these people have infiltrated every aspect of society, every business, every school, educational organization. Okay? This is a cult on such a grand scale that it makes, Scientology look and what Scientology is doing to a lot of its ex-members and people who speak out against them makes them look like, insignificant, right, compared to what's going on here. Because what we have here is a multicultural, multiracial, cult created, organized, and run by the government, using the religious institutions, religious organizations, and using the police departments, members within the police department who are members of these religious organization as the overseers for these cult members, civilian cult members, to provide them with information, logistic and tracking information on targeted individuals. Okay, so this is what they're doing. So this morning, as I was taking the kids to school, we went to the store because I wanted to get them a sandwich because my son Ethan, he's allergic to the pizza that they give him at school. So today's pizza day, so I said, okay, let me get him a sandwich. So we came out the store, started walking towards the school, and all of a sudden this lady here, she walks up to me, and she has these black plastic bags in her hand. She walks up to me, held it up, right, turned around. Now we're at the other end of the block, right, when she did this. Okay, so she walks up to me, turned around, walks up to me, hold up these two black plastic bags in her hand, turned around, looked at the parking sign, she looks at the parking sign, then she looks at a gray vehicle that was parked up by the parking sign. And remember I talked about how they've been using gray vehicles in my targeting, right? So she, looks at the gray vehicle and just kept walking. So at that point, I'm trying to get ahead of her because I want to record her. Okay? And so here's my interaction.
Take a good look at her. She's a perpetrator. Good look at her face. She's gonna be on YouTube. Come on.
Okay. Now, as I'm walking across the street, you'll see these two ladies here, one in a white coat and the other one in a gray coat. And as I approach them, one of them is going to take out her phone, right? Look. So she takes out her, she does a hand signal and takes a, she put her phone. I gotta zoom in on this because this is a good thing here. Okay, so let me either she might have had her phone in her ear. I didn't quite make it up, but I get a better view here. Let me zoom in. I want to zoom in better. Get a better shot. Okay. So she puts her phone in her pocket. Now both of them, they're doing this. Okay. Now I want you to watch the hand signal.
Watch the water. Don't step in the water.
See?
Don't step in the water. Watch the water.
Now watch that. Okay, she tried to mask it. Okay, masking the hand signals. All right, let's go back even further. And I'm gonna show you. So she did it twice. All right. So she has her hands in her pocket. See that? She does it twice. go back a little bit. Uh, See?
Watch the water. Don't step in the water. Come on.
Okay, and I see I'm pointing the phone at the crossing guards because normally they will follow with another set of hand signals. But being that they saw me recording, they both stand up there very still. Because I know how these people operate. Okay? So, let me
take a good look at her. She's a perpetrator. Good look at her face.
Okay, so her name is Purpurina. Okay? So we're gonna start giving these perps names with the perp in front of it. So her name is Purpurina. Okay? And look how she's looking down. Now, look at her face.
It's gonna be on YouTube. Come on.
And that's what you gotta do. You gotta make them famous. They wanna make you famous as a TI. They wanna, destroy your image. Because this is what they're doing. They are destroying your image. They're using the public. Okay? They're convicting you in the court of public opinion. Right? Destroying your image, destroying your name. This is what they're doing. Okay? To hide the fact that they've experimented on you. To hide the fact that they've illegally microchipped you. Okay? And the minute you start fighting them back, they go on a campaign to destroy your image and to destroy your name. To destroy everything about you. Okay? Your relationships, your socioeconomic status, your social status, your health, your mental health, your physical health, okay, down to the biological, molecular structure of your being. They want to destroy every fiber of you, okay? And they do this because they want to continue doing this, and they want the people who they will continue to do this to not fight back and to not say anything, because the same thing will happen to them, even though it's going to happen regardless. But they try to do it in such a way that they can get away with it by shutting you up. Don't allow them to do it. Don't let them do it. Okay? So what else? I think I recorded the interaction with the manager. And the funny thing is that when he came back, because he went to look for the package, when he came back, when I tried to record him, it says record and fail on my phone. So do you see what they do? See how they operate? Okay? They will try to prevent you from recording. That's why I had to verbally state what it is that they were doing. Okay? Let's go here.
Outside at that time.
I couldn't hear the audio too well. But again, this is what they do, right? Because they have access to my phone. So they can do certain things from me recording. And I'm showing you guys my app that I have that record my calls. All of a sudden, you can only hear my voice, but you couldn't hear the other person on the other end of the line. Okay? But when I go back to previous recorded phone calls, you can hear the other person. But this is what they do. So I'm going to end this at this note. Like I said, don't take this line down, what they're doing to you. Fight back. Okay, expose what it is that they're doing. The more we expose it, and the more people come forward and keep exposing it, they will no longer be able to, deny what we're saying. Okay, they may try to say, oh, these people are crazy and blah 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 and this and that. But trust me, if enough people, enough people start to show proof of what's being done to them, particularly the PSYOPs campaign and the noise campaign, the use of the police to intimidate the fire trucks, the ambulances, the car honking, all that stuff for the noise campaign. They can't deny it. They can't. They may try, to deny it, but more and more people are going to wake up and realize that what's being done. And I'm just doing this for me and my kids. I'm doing this for you, your family members, your kids, because any one of you could be put in this situation. Anyone.